Nigeria's population has grown from about 45 million at independence in 1960 to approximately 200 million. In that time, health infrastructure has increased and services expanded, but not at the rate of the population explosion. These days, people who are old enough to know speak glowingly of Nigeria's health sector in the years just before and following the independence.
When I was in the university at that time, under 12, children who are under 12, and pregnant women, those who have cancer, those who have tuberculosis, they were receiving treatment free in this country. Even those of our resident doctors who will go on 1 year abroad then are coming back home because our system here was good enough to take care of them. Even the pay was comparable.
Though these things seem to be a distant memory, some health indices have improved with time.
Maternal mortality, infant mortality, under 5 mortality. Well, going by ratio, well, it's getting better than what we used to have, but it's still a far cry from the expectation.
The improvement in these rates have been attributed to increased education and enlightenment, factors which helped in the largely successful fight against polio and Ebola. According to the Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey, maternal and infant mortality rates stand at about 576 deaths per 100,000 population and 67 deaths per 1,000 live births, respectively. Infant mortality rates of Cameroon and Kenya, which gained independence about the same time as Nigeria, look decidedly better at 55 deaths and 34 deaths per 1,000 live births, respectively. But it must be noted that their population is a mere fraction of Nigeria's.
One will begin to wonder that a country like Rwanda, just coming out of genocide, and a war-torn country, and a few years after that, they are getting it right in terms of their health indices. But some of our colleagues went to Kenya recently to also study how their health financing plays out, and the report is that it's so effective and efficient, and government is actually on the driver's seat, in trying to drive, health financing in those places.
Numbers should have been used to advantage, but the doctor-patient ratio is dismal at 1 to 6,000, 10 times the WHO recommended standard. The exodus of doctors in search of greener pastures is not new, but in the past few years, the drain has been unprecedented, with about 700 doctors reportedly leaving every year.
When salaries are not being paid, you don't expect the doctors or the healthcare workers to be comfortable working when there are better offers somewhere. You cannot work efficiently in the absence of supporting staff or supportive mechanisms.
Doctors and other health workers argue that if the health sector in Nigeria is to improve, government must actively work to stem the brain drain, improve infrastructure, and institute robust health financing and education. Mary Alale Yusuf, Channels Television News.